Happy New Year, 2022. I saw someone post on Facebook the other day that if you say 2022 slowly, it's actually a repeat of 2020. You have 2022, like a redo of 2020, saying 2022 is not going to be any better than 2021 or 2020, and here we are. If there was ever a time to quote and to memorize Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength, I feel like this is an appropriate time. Paul was in prison when he wrote that, so it's not so much a verse for people trying to win the championship as it is for people trying to get through some tough times. And unfortunately, in my family, on Thursday night we had another positive COVID test in the house, and so we're quarantining again, and it's so frustrating. It's frustrating. I want to be with you. I want to worship with you. I want to gather on Sunday. We've got some other people who are part of our lead team who also will be finishing quarantine at the end of Sunday, so can't be there, and so we just have a diminished team. We don't want to get anybody sick. Hopefully, it looks like if you look at the COVID numbers that this peak we've got there, and just a slight downturn, and so that's some good news. But because of that, we're not going to have in-person worship again this Sunday. We'll be back next Sunday, January 16th. We'll be back in person. But for this week, we're going to be virtual only. And typically we go on Facebook or YouTube and we go live, or we pre-record a message and put it up. But that, as I was thinking about it, that's just not very, very interactive. And so we're going to meet on Zoom. We're going to have live worship on Zoom. In fact, I think we're going to do some old school testimonies. So we're basically, join us, and if you're something God's doing in your life or something you're thankful for, we're going to open up for people to share what they're thankful for. So we'll have a testimony time. We'll pray for one another. I'll teach. Join us on Zoom 10 o'clock this Sunday. And then also this Sunday, we are starting a brand new teaching series called Rethinking Church. Just stopping, pausing to think about what God says about the church, our involvement in the church, and is church, is it more than just a hobby for religious folks? Is there any eternal significance to it? And we will even, not this week, but in a couple weeks, talk about how to survive church. Right? If you've been around church for any length of time at all, there's been something that's maybe have turned you off or turned you away. You've seen friends, people you know that have left church, and so we're going to talk about how to survive church. Is one of the things we'll talk about. So join us this Sunday. It's a critically important teaching series for our church. We want to see you. I want to pray for you. So join us. And then this Sunday, and this last thing, and then I'm out of here, is the first day of our 21 days of prayer and fasting, where we take time, we set aside, we say no to ourselves, so we can say yes to the Lord. And so I want you to think about ways that you can join us starting this Sunday, which is January 29th, for 21 days of prayer and fasting. Maybe you can set aside a day a week to fast. Maybe it's a specific meal of the day all throughout the fast. And sometimes if health is an issue and you're not able to fast, maybe there's some other things that you can say no to. Some things that would normally take up some time, maybe a hobby, or maybe it's setting aside screens for a while. Something where we say no to ourselves so we can say yes to God. So I hope you have a good weekend. It's Friday. It's warm actually as I'm standing here in the sun. I don't know how it works in Colorado like this. I'm about to start sweating. It's so warm. It's a nice break from the cold temperatures we've been having. So I hope you're doing well. And listen, I do not like not meeting in person. I want to see you. I want to see how you're doing. And this is not ideal. We're gonna make it through today. You just think of one thing you're thankful for. I am thankful for the sunshine. I'm thankful living in Colorado where we have the seasons, that even in the winter it's warm. So I hope you're doing all right. 2022, don't say it slowly. Even if it is similar to 2020, just to start off with here, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. We'll see you later. We'll see you Sunday.